Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Today I'm checking out more evil villains from Mattel's line of Bravestarr figures from 1987. Here is the sinister Sandstorm. Now I always like the Sandstorm mold because it uses a completely different body sculpt from that of the other larger Bravestarr figures. Here he is standing next to the Marshal, and as you can see, Sandstorm is in a size class of his own. The face sculpt is really good and maybe even a bit creepy looking because of his included action feature that allows for water to blast straight out of his mouth. His mouth is sculpted in this permanent open position, kind of like he's howling at you. Yeah, just like the sound that sand makes as it blows through the desert. That kind of sound, right? He also has these giant fangs on the side here, which kind of makes him look like a mutant walrus of some kind. When you turn him around to the back of his head here, you see more of his reptilian nature, scaly red flesh and fins. Okay, yeah, what is he really? I mean, just a hybrid lizard sort of creature. Okay, but definitely one who is evil. And because of the action feature, the figure does not come with head articulation, so you can't turn him away. He's going to be staring at you dead on with that malicious stare. Now there's a lot of detailing worked into the figure. Since he doesn't have a separate vest attachment like some of the other figures, the details here are worked right into the body. And if he looks sort of bulky, that's because this whole middle section here is one large water storage tank. Yeah. But the way that they worked it in is kind of awesome because the figure itself has a pretty large build. So the large middle section here looks very natural. Now elsewhere, the shoulders move out and they also move up and down. The elbow joints turn around and they bend. And the wrist turns, so you get all of the articulation that you come to expect from a Bravestarr action figure. Also, the arm sections have a lot more of the exposed red scaly flesh sections. Yeah, and the fins as well. So it's great that you get more signs of his reptilian-like nature. Now, when it comes to his legs, these are actually a lot more bulkier than the average Bravestarr action figure, but they still articulate pretty smoothly. Now, this one here, for some reason, this one's a little bit stuck. Okay, yeah, the joints are tight, all right, yeah, but they do articulate well. And if you notice, there's a lot of detailing that's worked into the boots as well. That's great because these are not just flat black colored boots. You get a lot of details like circuitry and stuff like that. And also spurs, okay? Spurs on the back of the boots. Okay, that's very cool. I gotta say, when you take this thing all in, he's like a, deranged looking mutant walrus, reptilian lizard, cowboy. You know what I mean? Now, on the back of the figure, yeah, he's pretty basic. Not much detailing in terms of all the circuitry parts that you saw on the front. Yeah, because nobody really looks at the back, right? But the colors do look great. And you also see that there's a section here on the back here. What you get is a holder or holster for you to plug his weapon into when it's not in use. And it's great how this whole thing is designed because it also attaches to a plug. All right, once you pull this thing out, it actually reveals the slot for you to insert the water into, the water that's going to be used for this thing's action feature. So once this thing's filled up, what you got to do is just press on this black button here to release the spray of water, right? The jet spray of water for your attack. This thing's very cool. We're going to check it out in a bit. Now, Sandstorm comes with a pretty good-looking weapon called a Vapor Blaster. Yeah, this thing's got a very nice gold-like finishing to it, and it's going to be used to assist him when he employs his deadly water-spraying attack action. So we're going to see how that works out. Okay, but basically this thing is sort of like a blowgun of sorts. And as mentioned earlier, this thing fits smoothly into the holster on his back when he's not using it. All right, you just plug it in there like that, and it fits really well, and it looks pretty good too with it just parked there on his back. But of course, once you've got him on display, you're going to want him clutching onto the Vapor Blaster like so. And he does look pretty good. I will say, however, that the blaster does seem a little bit small in his hands. But that seems to be the running trend for most of the handheld weapons in the Bravestarr action figure series. They all kind of seem a little bit on the small side. Okay, now it's time to check out Sandstorm's water blasting action feature. Now, once you've got his body filled up with water, just press on this black button here, and this will release a ferocious spray of water. You have to wonder if anybody at any point ever did try to replace the contents of this thing with like perfume. So you had something like cologne spray. Now check this thing out, man. Okay, once you've got Sandstorm spray direct within firing range, you just unleash the merciless spray. And you don't let up, alright? You just drench your enemy until he's rendered unconscious. Now the other thing you can do here is to insert the Vapor Blaster straight into Sandstorm's mouth. So it becomes a kind of a water funnel spray and yeah, sort of like a blowgun of sorts, okay, for you to better direct the stream of water at your intended victim. Eat hot lead, Marshall! No! No! Get it off! I can't see! I can't see! You're going down, Marshall. What's the matter? You got something in your eye? Yeah. What's that? You want some too? Huh? You want some too? Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me for this look at Mattel's Sandstorm figure from their Bravestarr line of action figures in 1987. Let me know what you thought of him in the comment section below, and I'll catch all you guys again real soon with more content. Take care out there.